Hello beloved beings throughout the planet. This video aims to bring clarity into the subject of Ascension, this transformative period in the history of humanity in which our race collectively realizes that love is the answer and begins to move toward a higher form of existence. I'm gonna focus on how you can feel into the reality of this process, what the symptoms of ascension are, because this subject is already overshadowed by various myths and beliefs, and if you want to go along with this process with ease, it helps a lot to know what is real and what is not. At the end, I will remind you to one of the most important spiritual practices of our time, conscious choice. I'm Szilard, it's inspiration time. People who are interested in spirituality talk a lot about the event of ascension. Check out the web and you will know it. As humanity reaches a state of unity, there will be peace on earth and we will establish the first connections to other civilizations in the universe. Some people even discuss that ships will land on earth and you may hear different things. All these concepts and ideas and fantasies refer to this process of humanity becoming a planetary civilization. And what is important here today for us is that this ascension is a process, not a single event. This process will be heading to significant events, yes, once humanity becomes a planetary civilization. But instead of asking when, it is important to realize what can bring us up to that point. This huge interest in ascension is a relatively new phenomenon, but we somehow could achieve to create a lot of confusion around it in terms of what and how and when will happen. Will it affect me? Should I expect big disasters? Will our civilization be destroyed first, only a few people surviving? If these questions are your main concern, there is hardly anybody who can give you satisfying answers. And here comes something really crucial. If you focus on some event or a bad thing that may or may not happen, you can easily drown yourself into some kind of negativity. Fear or anxiety may arise. And this is the worst thing that can happen to you as someone whose desire is to go along with this process with ease. Because if you explore vibrational frequencies that are related to some kind of fear or anxiety, you won't be able to focus your attention to love and connectedness, which are prerequisites for a conscious participation in this process. This is the best way you can benefit from it. Relevant question: how can I go along with this process with more ease so that love and joy and excitement accompany me on this path and not fear or some kind of limited belief? What can bring clarity into confusion here is feeling into the real process. Ascension is basically a collective process, but you can tap into it if you abstract it onto your individual level and get aware of your changing perception. That will bring you the insights you need for validation. My previous video touched upon the different stages of the spiritual journey, and as I mentioned there comes a point when you remember that you are a soul and you get energized and you begin to serve others with your energy. And through your service, you begin to connect to others, and later on you will be able to build a whole community, and you will experience that the love that is growing within you opens you up to new kind of perceptions. There can be some symptoms that hint at this process. I will give you some examples so that you can turn your attention toward them. For example, as I said, it is clear for you that you are a soul in a human body. I mean, this is your main subjective perception of yourself, not some kind of neat concept you heard from someone. No matter how ridiculous it may sound in the ears of others, you know, you feel you are a soul. This is an important symptom. Focus on that. Another symptom is that you perceive yourself as part of a group, or sometimes you are the group itself. And let's be clear about it, I don't mean here some kind of dysfunctional, schizophrenic mind. I mean, you have this perception that you are together with others, even if they are not there in your physical environment. And this feeling enriches your life. It energizes you and moves you toward decisions that turn out to be beneficial for you in your life. Focus on that. And of course, you tap into the ability of telepathy, and you can pick up intentions of others more often, and you will have the first experiences with manifestation, you know, the law of attraction stuff. Finally, and most importantly, you feel good, you feel joyful, excited, and even if life sucks and you have a bad day, you get over it very quickly. These sensations in your energy body are extremely useful, because if you have them, you cannot really doubt that you have them. This is why I definitely recommend to turn your attention toward the sensations and toward your changing perception, because those will help you go along with the real process and avoid attachments to some beliefs about Ascension. Since you create it for yourself, you will know it, you will feel it, and this is more than enough. If you have that anchor, you can picture archangels assisting you in this process, or that you communicate with other entities, that's just fine. But please focus on the feeling. If you still want to get some information about when the big event will come, there is one thing I recommend to keep in mind. This will come when humanity reaches a certain degree of energetic unity or coherence. Please don't get confused by the different time estimations you may hear from channels, because those estimations are based on the expected speed of our collective evolution. If we evolve with a certain speed, some event will take place in 10 years. You really want to contribute to this process, you want to build up connections to extra-dimensional entities soon, well, then evolve, because that will bring us there. It depends on our collective co-creation. Maybe with you on board, we won't need decades for ships to land. In essence, focus on your development, feel good, inspire others, and validate the ascension process for yourself by assessing how you change, how your perception changes, how your states of emotion change, and of course, your personal relationships for the better. This is the key, forget about the rest. Ascension is a time of big contrast. You have the new extended spiritual experience, you feel the joy. At the same time, some fear-based reaction patterns still arise or you stuck in some beliefs that separate you from other people. In this time period, the most important tool that can ease you into abundance is the practice of conscious choice, the practice of your freedom. As situations, things, people approach you, remember to choose how you react. The important thing here is the act of choosing, not what you choose. If you see a possibility in a certain situation to love someone or to hate someone, it's already great, because then you can have a taste of the divine freedom of choice. And yes, you can decide to hate someone just for the sake of experience. The very fact that you consciously choose to hate someone will already free you from a lot of reaction patterns, a lot of attachment, and gives you the joy and excitement because you experience your freedom. As long as you choose, no matter what you choose, it will inevitably bring you toward expansion. Taste how it feels to decide about your own emotions. It is a divine power that reminds you that you create your reality by choosing a state of consciousness. Sometimes you may forget about it, but that's okay, because you can come back immediately. To sum up, if you stay dedicated to the practice of conscious choice, you will explore an enormous power in you that is waiting for you to put it into actions. I hope this video could make you aware of what is important for you today in this whole process of ascension. You can always ask for further clarification. I'm very happy if you share your own experience with us about ascension. It would definitely help us learn more and accelerate the process. Thanks for watching. Sharing is allowed. Don't forget to leave a comment and tell other people what you think of the videos, or just let me know how I can give even more to you. Remember, your precious beings, make humans fly, spread the inspiration.